Hey everybody, welcome to the program. Mike D here. Today we're fishing with Andrew Wager, also known as the Gambler. He's a landscaper by trade and methodical bass fishing high roller by passion. And he's taken me to one of his favorite honey holes in upstate New York for some pre-spawn bass in action. Let's go to Lunkerville.
Got one! Fish on!
It seems in every town in America that there's a secret fishing spot where the water runs clear and the bass are always biting. And at that spot, there's an unsung hero who knows every stump, laydown, and lily pad. Seems all he's got to do is wet a line. And sure enough, he's reeling in a big bass. So if you're looking for real people with real fish stories, then hop a ride. We're going to Lunkerville.
You're good.
Okay, let's do it. So what's going on right here, Andrew?
What we have right here is a big weedy flat. You got a creek that comes in right there. And then right here is a deeper bank. So this is going to be a transition area for spawning bass cruising deeper water to come in and start spawning.
How deep?
Right now we are in 10 feet. And this flat is like 5 or 6. What I've noticed in the lake is the bass, because of the water clarity, they use the shade for cover. So I like to fish the shady banks.
Right along the shade line?
Right along the shade line. The fish tuck right up in the shade there, and they'll ambush usually as soon as you pull your lure out into the sunlight.
And we see a nice shady line right here.
Yep.
Okay, you got the jig. Should I use a jig or I have a jerkbait and you rigged me up with a crankbait also? What do you think I should use? Oh, you're on. He's got one already, right off the bat.
I would use a jig.
I would use a jig. You just put it in the water. It was in there like 5 seconds.
Yep.
Okay.
And he choked it, so they're gonna be on.
Tell me how you're working that jig.
Right now I have a 1/2 ounce football jig on, black and blue, and I like to slowly walk it on the bottom. It depends. Once you catch a few fish, you'll be able to tell kind of how aggressive they are according to their pickup, and you might be able to walk it or hop it a little bit more aggressively. Keeping it as close to the bottom with as much contact as possible.
On bottom.
On bottom.
Ooh, you had another bite.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It felt like something. Hook sets are free, so.
That's right.
If you feel anything different, set the hook.
And that's really what it is. You don't feel the bite, you just feel something different with the jig.
No, well, actually, with big bass, you feel something different. All of a sudden, you'll feel like you're dragging through weeds, or you'll just feel a little weight change. The smaller fish, you can actually feel the more thump because they're kind of like picking it. The big fish will come up to it, open their mouth, and they suck it in. So you don't feel that initial pickup.
That's what I want.
So if you feel any weight, you set
setting
the
the hook
hook like
big
it's your
time.
last fish you're
I'm
gonna
getting
catch.
ready, man. I felt something different.
Did it? Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
a treat.
I feel a little weird and embarrassed. But Andrew told me to. Lunkerville is presented by South Bend, a fishing tradition since 1906. Also sponsored by Zip Fire Starters. Give your fire some zip. Fishing Paradise 3D. Download for free at the App Store, Google Play, and Facebook. Ready to fish. Everything you need to start fishing today. Andrew, tell me about this lake.
All right, we're up on Paradox Lake in the Adirondacks. It's a 900-acre lake. clear, lots of structure. You have, obviously, you can see there's big boulders in the ground, in the water. There's lay down trees on every single bank. You have some shallow flats in the bays mixed with a different variety of weeds. It's a great multi-species fishery that doesn't see a lot of pressure.
Tell me about the seasonal pattern here, like what time of year it is, where the fish are, what they're doing, what baits we should use.
Right now, we are in the middle of spring. The water is starting to warm up after the ice out, which, believe it or not, was only a few weeks ago up here. We're basically fishing for these transition fish that are gonna start coming up in the shallow water looking for spawning locations. The water is 51 degrees, and usually the fish come up and start making beds around 58 or so. So they should definitely be moving into these spawning areas. And right here, we're actually heading towards a spawning flat in this bay. So this is a transition area. We have a deeper bank that comes into a shallower flat, and the fish are gonna be cruising along this bank, making their way, looking for beds over here.
Now they're looking for beds. Are they actively feeding?
They are in full pre-spawn right now, and they should be feeding.
So that's
should
when
be
they really want to load up?
Yep, they should be gorging right now.
They're gorging.
Gorging.
Okay, good. We
Because
like that.
during the spawn, they do not eat.
But people fish for bedding fish.
Yeah, the people that are fishing for bedding fish are going for more of a reaction strike. It's like the fish are on the bed, they're protecting their eggs, and it's more of you aggravated the fish kind of strike versus eating. That's why they pick it up and they move it instead of holding onto it and trying to ingest it.
Got it.
There's a fish.
Big one. That's a biggie. That's a biggie.
Yep.
You called it. Ooh, that's a huge one. It's a monster. You want the net?
I think I got him hooked pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
There we go.
Nice. Oh, my God. Look at him.
That's a good start. He's
Her.
5. He's over 5.
That's a her, right?
That should be
There are
her.
no males that get that big, right?
They do.
They do.
They do, but
What is she? That's over 5 at least.
oh yeah. You want to land?
Yes.
513.
513. Ooh. What a horse. Nice.
Let her go.
Let's get her back. An Adirondack cow.
Yep. She was
Nice
right
one.
in that transition area, right in that deep hole.
How did you catch that, and how do I catch one?
Caught it on a jig. He was right in the, or she was right in the hole along the bank in the transition area. We're actually going to loop around and go through that area again because there could be another big one there.
All right.
They seem to congregate
Did you feel
in
a
similar
thump?
areas. Oh yeah.
And was it on the when it
Right
was
on the bottom. When I was walking it, all of a sudden you just feel a thump and a little weight.
Ooh.
And when you set the hook and the fish doesn't move, you know it's a good one.
Welcome back, folks. Let's see what Mike's up to.
Andrew, what do you do for a living?
I'm a landscaper. My father owns a landscaping company. He's been in business for over 25 years. It's just me and him, and I work for him full-time. And on the side, I own my own landscaping company, and I do that part-time.
How old are you?
29.
Married?
Yes, I am married.
Kids?
And I have 2 little boys, Avery, who's 2.5, and Emerson, who is just turned 7 months.
Who got you into fishing?
My father got me into fishing. He started taking me ice fishing when I was 4 years old, but growing up, we had a stream that ran through our yard at my parents' house, and I would go out at 3 years old and somehow catch fish out of the creek. And I've actually been coming camping here at Paradox since I was 8 years old. My parents used to take us here every year.
good one.
Man, look at the color on this one.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice and yellow. They blended. He was blending into the color of the tree.
That is gorgeous.
Man, I got that hook in him.
You laid it in the exact spot. I was like, oh, there's no way Andrew's not going to catch a fish there.
That was perfect. There's a pile of fish below us.
Right below us.
Yep, right below us.
Should we move out?
3 of them, they're sitting right on the drop. They're gonna be between us and that dock.
It's nice and comfy today. I mean, it's chilly, but there's not much wind.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit of wind kick up because it actually pulls the fish up a little bit shallower.
Why is that?
It gives the fish the feeling that they're protected. Gives them a chance to pull up shallower and kind of sunbathe, warm up a little bit.
They like the warm.
They like the warmth. There's a good one. That's another big one.
That's a good one.
Eh. He's like upper 3.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a nice fish.
Nah,
Nice
maybe
healthy fish.
high 2s.
That's a 3-pounder.
He hammered it though.
Yeah, he hammered it. No.
What?
Screen time. That guy wants to be on TV, man. Come on, give him a chance. So where did he hammer it? How was that hit?
He was off that tree right there.
Right off the tree.
He must have been following it because all of a sudden there was just an aggressive thump,
Okay,
like he was tracking it down.
nice. Right off the wood.
Right off the wood.
That's a good sign.
15 feet of water. This is a big fish highway right here. The depth, 21 feet right off the bank going into the shallower waters. The big fish will be cruising right along this thing.
Big Fish Highway. That is cool. They're just going back and forth. Is it 2-lane? 4-lane?
Depends how many big fish there are cruising through.
I'm going right to the express lane. And how much do you believe in color, though, in general?
I always match the hatch.
Okay. Do you think it's more light and dark, or it's specifically color? You really believe in it?
Light and dark.
Light and dark is more
Light and
important
dark
than just the
and,
color.
Right, and the combinations.
Got him. Another one. Was it off that thing?
Yep. Nice largemouth.
This is what you were talking about, Andrew, right? Right here? Where the shade meets the sun,
Yep.
and we have a dock. Like all the conditions
Yep.
work out.
You got deep water right here with the shade of the trees coming over, and you got the edge of the sunlight. As the sun gets higher up, obviously the sunlight will rotate and end up on the other side of the lake. But as of right now, this is the kind of stuff we're fishing.
Do you take your kids fishing, Andrew?
Yes, I do. Avery, who's 2.5. I've been taking him out on the boat actually since he's been 9 months old, and he really enjoys it. Caught a lot of big fish with him, and he thinks they're his pets when I catch them. The whole casting thing at 2.5 is, I don't want to be removing hooks from my face.
But you let him kind of hold
Yep.
the rod for a little bit?
Yeah, I've showed him how to hold the rod, and he does a very good job at it. He just thinks at the moment that everything belongs in the water, so I don't need him tossing my rod in the water.
You need you put floaters on it.
Yeah.
It's so important that parents take their kids fishing, you know,
Yep.
in the
I,
hobby. That's important, you know, that parents do that. When we were kids, well, when I was a kid, I'm a lot older than you, that's what you did. You went outdoors, you
Yep.
went fishing. Today, there's so many other things for kids to do.
Yep.
So if the parents don't introduce the kids to fishing, the outdoors, camping, hunting, who's going to do it?
Parents have to do it.
The parents have to do it.
Yeah, that's the plan. He really enjoys the outdoors, so we're gonna try to do the whole camping thing, fishing, and he's really into cars.
There's
which
one.
Yeah. That's a, need a net?
That's a good one now. A couple pounds. Under the dock.
Under the dock.
Yeah.
I got
I
one
saw
too.
you caught that
Oh,
one under the
I got
dock
a smallie.
fish. Oh, there, double header.
There was another smallie following mine.
Wow, and you just called it. You said that it's a degree warmer here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little smallie.
Yeah, smallie and largey. Hold on. Here we go. Healthy guy.
Nice fish, Mike.
Thank you.
So what's a lunker to you?
4.5 pounds and up is a lunker, for here. A good fish, 2 pounds and up. That's the general rule. That's my rule.
Okay.
And oh my God, fish is 5 and 6 and bigger. There's a few of them here.
And what's your biggest fish? How many have you caught? How many lunkers have you caught?
I caught a lot of oh my God fish. My biggest fish is almost a 14 pounder that I caught in Florida. I have 3 fish here on Long Island, over 9 pounds, 2 9.3s and a 9.14. Like 30 fish between 7 and 8 pounds, and just tons of 5s and 6s. But that's from many, many years of doing this out here. This is the end of the lake right here.
End of the lake.
End of the lake, the end of the line. But I actually took a fish back here last time I was here, so I gotta try it.
This looks like Lunkerville to me.
Yeah. It's a good fish. Get the net. Oh, I got the net. What am I saying? Lunkerville, baby! Here we go.
Let's see that bad boy.
This is why we do it right here. For nice fish just like this.
Let's see him. Let's see him. I want to see him close up.
That's what it's all about right here. This is why we do it.
That was sweet.
Yeah!
Additional support for Lunkerville provided by Hurricane Salt Tackle, a force to be reckoned with. Mudville Catmaster. This is not your everyday catfish gear. BassResource.com, the ultimate bass fishing resource guide.
Look at this, man.
Yeah,
Look
isn't
at this.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's awesome. You go camping here, you know, fish during the day,
Yep.
have a campfire,
Do outdoor things.
nice cool evening. So what do we have here?
They're suspending jerkbaits.
And how long is that?
4-inch.
A 4-inch suspending jerkbait. How should I work this jerkbait?
Give it some pretty violent jerks. I actually reel up the slack as I'm pulling it.
So you're
And
jerking.
then you leave some slack line in between the pauses. Because what the fish will do when that jerkbait is just sitting there, the fish will hit it and start running.
And are you watching the line?
Yep.
That's how you know there's a hit.
Yep.
Do you feel anything?
You won't feel anything unless the fish is already running and picked up the slack.
So, okay, so I'm casting it out. Am I waiting or am I reeling immediately?
Yeah, it usually depends on the water temperature. Rule of thumb is the colder the water temperature, the longer the pause, the longer you let it sit. And right now, we're up to 52.7, so you can be a little bit more violent with the jerks and let it sit, suspend for less time. But you can experiment. Whatever the fish will let you know what they want.
And how deep is it running?
Yours is running 5 feet. I have a deep one on that runs 7. Man, that's a big rock.
Yeah. Look at it.
Got some mixed in weeds in there.
Yep, I'm getting weed.
Oh man.
On the jerkbait.
Smallie.
Nice.
Good smallie. Coming up.
It's good looking smallie.
Angry smallie.
Ooh, yeah. Nice. Very nice looking.
I'm gonna back up. See, there's giant boulders in front of me. There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Not as big as I thought.
On the jerkbait.
Yep.
You're really covering all the bases here, man.
Nope, he just got off.
Oh, we got off. Now, that counts on Lunkerville, though.
I didn't touch him.
We saw it.
Yeah, that's right. We have our own rules in Lunkerville, and I like them. And you know what? We're gonna keep on fishing with Andrew, even though the show is over. How you like that? So, tune in next week for part 2 of The Gambler in Lunkerville.